Hey, this is Chris, and we're going to talk about MIDI pre-delay. So something about using MIDI instruments is that there's often a bit of a lag from when you press the key until you hear the sound. And particularly if you're quantizing your notes, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but if you are using quantize, with that lag, things are going to sound behind the beat. Using pre-delay is going to allow us to lock in our parts a lot more rhythmically. When I hear parts behind the beat like this, it's often a dead giveaway that something's been done using samples. Before we get started, I'll just turn off the built-in reverb and contact, and I'm going to use my sends. Now let's listen to the quantized cello with default MIDI settings. You can hear how the cello is playing behind the click track. So we can fix that up in here. We're going to offset the MIDI by 80 milliseconds, and that's just kind of an arbitrary number that I know is going to work reasonably well. Now we'll take a listen. It's a lot better. It is triggering the MIDI 80 milliseconds earlier. So that's with the sustain articulation. Let's hear it with the spiccato articulation. This one's a little bit ahead of the beat, so we might need a different number. We'll try 30 milliseconds. That feels much better. So if you're using both spiccato, short, and sustained articulations on one track, you might try to find a number that's a compromise between the two. So here we have 45 milliseconds. And that works reasonably well for both of them. So that is MIDI pre-delay in a nutshell. Experiment. Take some trial and error to find numbers that work. Every library is going to be a little different. I generally enter numbers of -20 milliseconds to 80 milliseconds or so, but some libraries can go much higher than that even. But it's going to help your mockups and your virtual orchestrations sound much, much better.